Okay, this first question, we've got to find the coordinates of the midpoint of B. Midpoint is a trigger word from Core 1, so you've got to remember your recipe. It's where you average the x's and average the y's. So it's going to be the two x's added together divided by 2, and the two y's added together divided by 2. There's your midpoint. Okay, and now we're on to Core 2 work, because we get a circle C. We've got to find an equation for C. Now, I'll tell you on this first question, but not on any of the others. The equation of a circle is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. Okay, that's if you want the centre to be AB, and you want the radius to be r. So, for a straight line, you need a point and a gradient. For a circle, you need a centre and a radius. Okay, so we want a centre and a radius. Well, a diagram will help. So we've got, it doesn't have to be a very accurate diagram, mind. We've got a circle, and what we know is 2 points, A and B, that are on it. And A and B is the diameter of the circle, and that's dead important. Because if A is here and B is here, then a diameter of the circle, what have we just found? Oh, we've just found the midpoint of AB in part A. And that is the centre of the circle. So there's our centre. So we've got a centre, okay, and then we need a radius. So it's another Core 1 recipe. If I know if M is the midpoint, then if I work out the distance from A to M using the Core 1 recipe for distances, that will be the radius. And the Core 1 recipe for distance is that distance, okay, is the square root of the difference in x squared plus the difference in y squared. So you'll have got things like x2 minus x1. You can't read that. But you should remember your distance recipe from Core 1. Okay. Now, since you want the distance you find is the radius, and you actually want the radius squared, okay, you might actually settle for finding the distance squared here, in which case you don't need the square root. Be really careful, though, with squaring and square rooting. You want to make sure that what you've got here is r squared and not r or anything else. Okay? Lovely.